Welcome to today's masterclass, which is all about how you can attract your ideal partner online. My name is Tracy Kimberg. I'm a relationship expert, and I work predominantly with adults and teenagers, helping them better their relationships with themselves and others. So let's help you find your ideal partner. Before we start, I'm giving away a guide that accompanies this video. If you don't have one yet, then please comment guide in the comments and I will send you one immediately. So today we're going to really have a deeper look at the 3 keys to online dating success. How you can make yourself look attractive to your ideal partner, how setting up your profile to get noticed, and how initiating conversations can get you a date. Let's have a bit of a look at Pete and Chloe. So Pete and Chloe both want to find their ideal partner. They've set up a profile and off they go. They go live on their dating app. Yes, they might be getting likes and they might be starting chats, but it never goes much further than that. So before they know it, they are back where they started, trying to find more likes and trying to have a connection with somebody, but nothing seems to be working. What happens then is they feel despondent, they start feeling lonely, and they think there must be something wrong with me. Maybe they're thinking that dating online is just not meant for them. But what are they doing wrong? Why are their connections not moving to more chatting? And even better, why is it not leading to a date? And this is what we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to help you change that if that's your problem. The first important thing we're going to discuss today is how you can choose the perfect picture or pictures for your profile. Very importantly, for your main profile picture, I suggest always is don't choose your own picture. We are often very critical of ourselves, and if you ask those that know you best to choose your picture, it's often a really lovely picture. The 3 important things to remember when choosing your profile picture is you want to be looking attractive. You want to come over as a trustworthy person, so don't use weird filters or funny angles, and of course, look competent. Don't be doing something silly. Look like you are presentable. The next tip I'm going to give you is think about colors. Don't wear bland, boring colors in your pictures. If you look at the color wheel in the middle top here, you will notice that there is red in the top triangle. And if you look at the description in red, there are words like passion, excitement, desire. So it's no secret that if you wear red in your profile picture, you're probably going to get a lot more matches and stand out a lot more. So how about having a photo session with something red? The next tip is the one on the right, which is take up a lot of space in your photo. Don't take a photo where you can hardly be seen in the background standing on a mountain. Yes, it does make you look like someone that's active, but people want to see your face. They want to get a feel about who you are and what you like. So if you look at this picture of Ryan, who's 27, which is, by the way, one of the most matched profiles on Tinder, you look at his photo and you think, gosh, he looks really friendly. He looks like somebody that you would get on with, like he can have fun. He's dressed nicely. So if I wasn't in a relationship, I'd probably swipe right if I was online dating. The 4th thing to remember is put your best face forward. You really don't want to look like somebody that is boring and not friendly. Make sure that you're smiling. Make sure that you know which photos look best of you. Get the right angle. They also say that photos on the left side from the left side of your face are better than the right side of your face. So make sure that your photos look attractive and that you look like somebody that people would actually want to get to know. So let's have a look at what you can write in your profile and how you can better your chances with this. I'm going to give you 6 tips today on how you can really get an amazing profile written so that you can attract your perfect partner. The first thing is make notes before you start randomly writing. Write down the things that you like to do, your hobbies, but most importantly, the hobbies that you'd actually like to share with your ideal partner. Also, write down the traits that you possess that your partner might be looking for when you think of your match. And of course, choose the words in your description that your ideal partner might find interesting. For instance, if you want someone that's sporty, make sure you use this type of language in your profile. If you want someone that loves dogs, then talk about dogs in your profile. It's always helpful to actually, before you start writing your profile, to think of the avatar of your partner. What does he look like, or what does she look like? What does she like? Where does she go when she goes out? And that will help you write your profile to attract that person. Before you set it live, make sure that you've linked all your social accounts like Instagram and Facebook, so they're able to go and have a look at who you are in real life. And that also makes you look like a more authentic person, so that they can see, yes, this is not somebody pretending to be something else. They are real. This is their real photos. It's not something from 15 years ago. Make sure your grammar is correct before you go live. And of course, don't be too honest. Don't talk about your crazy ex in your profile, or that you've just had a very messy divorce or something like that. It just puts people off, and it's quite a negative energy that you put out there. Right, let's look at how once you've matched your profile's up, you've matched with somebody, now you need to start with that texting. Let's have a look at that now. So how do you start texting? Before I start, I just want you to imagine striking a match. What happens when you strike a match? You've got only a very short time before that match burns out. And this is exactly what happens when you go online dating. When you've matched, you don't have a lot of time, because chances are that person has matched with loads of people. And if you've matched with that person, they're going to talk to the people that jump in there immediately. So, of course, start right away. Even send a message. Don't say the boring, hey, how you doing? Read their profile first and comment on that or one of their interests in your profile. You can say, hey, I see you are also a fan of Game of Thrones. Who's your favorite character? Or you like Peaky Blinders. What do you think of the last episode? Something like that. That will help them engage with you. Be light and playful. Don't be too serious in the beginning. And remember, you're trying to attract them, not push them away. So be fun and playful. And maintain that tone all the time. Don't, forget that this is the beginning of the relationship, potential relationship. So you don't want to be too serious. Show high standards. Listen, this is specifically for guys. Don't get too sexual. Don't ask sexual questions and talk about your sex life in the first messaging, because it just puts people off, and it just is a bad taste, and it doesn't show that you have high standards. So refrain from that completely, please. And don't be too needy again. Don't try and say that you are you're looking for your forever partner, and you would like you're not messing around. Yes, you can say that, but don't be too needy in your messaging. The next one is break patterns. Don't be boring with your messages. You can use video messages, you can use voice notes and texting, and various times of the day. Just pop in their mailbox and say, hey, I was just thinking of you, what you're up to now, with a photo of maybe what you're doing. Something like that is always interesting, and it makes people find that you are not boring. Also, don't wait too long until you make the big move. You don't have to jump in there with a huge, big, expensive date. Just a drink or a cup of coffee, or meeting somewhere in a public place as for a start is a good idea, just for the first meetup, to see if you guys actually connect in real life. So let me tell you about one of my success stories. This is Sean and Stacey. They are clients of mine, or actually Sean was a client of mine. Sean came to see me. He was a divorced guy that was really ready to start dating. He tried online dating. It didn't seem to be working for him. And he just felt that, he didn't know what he was doing wrong. So what we did was we really looked at at Sean's values, and we realized that he was actually not putting that out there to attract people who had similar values to him. And we redid his profile, we changed his pictures, and we went live. And within the first day, he had over 147 matches. One of them was Stacey. And the next thing is they are together for almost 5 years already. After slowly but surely, where I coached him how to speak to her in the beginning, how to engage authentically so that he comes across as his real self, and they had their date, and they are today still a happy couple. So that brings us to the end of today's little mini masterclass. I hope you found it helpful. And of course, if your dating is not working for you online, or if you feel you're ready to go online and start dating, and if you really are serious about it and you want to have success, then let's talk. I'd love to help you have the same success as Sean and Stacey. Thanks for listening. My name is Tracy Kimberg.